This is Network 23. Intermittent voice loss.
Edison Carter to Network 23. Come on, clear this link.
Network 23 to Edison Carter. Okay, we have the link strong and clear. Your show goes live in 2 minutes. Your controller is Gorister.
Thank you, 23. Hello, Gorister.
Gorister here, Edison. Right, now you're above the incident. Descend and I'll guide you once clear of the chopper. By the way, you've got competition. There's quite a scene down there.
How long before I'm on air?
You've got 30 seconds. We'll make it.
And here we are. We made it. Oh, I always say that with the intro. Here we are. No need to introduce Nick because
Already here.
You're one of us, mate. One of us.
One of you.
One
One
of
the
us.
boys.
One of us.
Oh, dear,
So-
we're turning Hulk now, are we?
So how is everyone doing in the chats? Who's all here? I'm gonna have a quick look. Hello everyone. And Nick has compiled an awesome show for us tonight, man.
Well, I hope so. I spent the past 4 days researching into the Gulf Sightings, which is quite a astonishing set of sightings that's been happening in the late 80s, early 90s. So what do you want to do? Do you want to crack straight into it? What do you want to do?
Well, I just wanted to say hello to Joanne Mama. Is that Mama? I just want to say hello to Doors, John P. Adventures, much love. Barnett. Am I saying your name right? I'm sorry if I'm going to mispronounce your names. Please don't take that in any offense because I mispronounce everything, and I do mean everything. So how you doing? I hope we all got our 420s ready. This what? Oh, hello, Caroline. Did I say that right?
Carolina.
Yes. All right. Lifting the veils. Yes. I said Macedonia. Macedonia. That's cool, man. That is so cool. How you doing, man? How you doing? Right. So, thank you. Thank you. Oh, you know what I do? What I do is my hair's naturally straight. So what I do is before the show, I get a fork and I stick it in the sockets and then zzz, and then I'll just throw some water on it. And here it is. No, I'm playing. People don't try that at home. I'm just playing. Kids, do not try that at home. Anyways, kids, if you are listening, you shouldn't because this is for 18 only adults, even though we try and keep it PG-15. Belgium in the house. How you doing, man? About Belgium in the house? Yes. Okay, so look, I think we're about ready. So let's just Nick, over to you, brother. Hello, Nick.
All right. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so Gulf Breeze Sightings is pretty much like the Belgian wave we talked about back in the late 80s, early 90s in Germany. Well, no, Belgium, sorry. So
watch it.
These were yeah, I know. Sorry. These were a string of sightings based in Gulf Breeze, Mexico. No, Gulf Breeze, Florida. Sorry. Hayden, you're from Florida, aren't you? Have you heard about this case at all?
No. It happened. It happened after I left. I left around about 85, 84, 85. Portugal in the house.
Okay. Yeah, so this Portugal in the house. How's it going, bro? So yeah, this was a string of sightings that happened from 1987 to 1993 in Florida, Gulf Breeze. For today, what I want to focus on is this book here, the Gulf Breeze Sightings. So this is based upon someone called Ed Walters, who had a string of sightings, who was abducted and all that sort of stuff with aliens. It gets a bit kind of complicated after a while. But what I'm going to do, Hayden, if you've got a photograph here, I've got a screenshot.
Oh,
of it.
sorry, I didn't even see it pop
That's
up.
all
I'm
right.
too busy looking in the chats, man. Saying,
That's all right, man. No worries. So this is a typical flying saucer that Ed had photographed. We're going to go through all the string of photographs.
Now, wasn't Ed the only one to have photographed this?
Well, this is where I'll get into that, but there are other people that claim to have photographed this. This craft itself is only photographed by Ed Walters. There are some other sightings around Gulf Breeze at the time, but nothing like this. And I think as we go through, I think I've come to some sort of conclusion about Ed Walters, and it gets interesting, but I think he's probably running his money's worth, put it that way. But let's start from the beginning. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up a string of photographs. So in this book here, which I should mention, this is the original book by Ed Walters and Frances Walters. So Ed and Frances are the husband and wife, co-wrote this book together. And I got this from America, cost me a pretty penny, and it's actually signed. It's a signed copy, you can see that, with all our best, Ed and Frances. So yeah, that is my signed copy of the Gulf Breeze sighting. So all the photographs are in here, so I should be presenting a vast majority of them, because some of them are more or less the same, but I thought it'd be good to actually go through them, because a lot of them are not on the internet. I couldn't find any. I mean, there's some detailed photographs, but every single photograph is in this book. So what I'm going to do it in, I'm going to bring up the first one, and I'm going to go through Ed Walters' experiences through the 80s. If you can bring that up for please, mate.
I can't.
There we go. Great. So throughout 1987, throughout the year actually, from 1987 to 1988, Ed Walters had a string of 13 sightings of this supposed UFO, and eventually he gets abducted by aliens, and it's a whole complicated story, but I'm just based upon this first book. He took a string of about 32 photographs by a Polaroid camera. Now, if you're a young generation, you don't know what a Polaroid camera is. If you just Google it, it's a camera where you take a photograph and instantly get a photograph that will come out, and you'll have to wait like a few seconds, shake it like a Polaroid camera, a Polaroid picture. Remember that song? That's it. Just like that. So yeah, this was all taken by Polaroids. We'll get into the fakery stuff a little bit later, but it's a quite possibility that it was double exposed, but it's using a Polaroid camera, which is kind of tricky to do. So let's start from the beginning. So I have all my trusty notebooks here. Right, let's have a look. So Ed Walters was should we get a picture of Ed Walters? Hold on. I think just want to show his face, because he's an all type American man.
Wasn't he a construction? Wasn't he wasn't he a contractor?
Last week.
Wasn't he a contractor?
He was, yeah, he was. That's right, yeah, a bit like John Wayne Gacy. Completely polar opposites. So yeah, John Wayne.
You're gonna catch some hate
He's
for that.
He's a serial killer, mate. So you've got to go there. Right. Right, bring this picture up, man. I just want to show you what Ed Walters looked like. There he is. This is the guy. So Ed Walters, he's a family man. He had, like Hidden said, he had a building contract business that designed building, housing, and stuff like that. So he was very well respected as a neighbor, family man, building contractor, and he was known as a bit of a nerd. He liked to hang around with the cool kids. I think he's one of those guys that when they reach like middle age, they want to sort of party with the young generation. And you will see over the, I'm not going to go into the stories, but he likes to hang around with the young generation and do a bit of pranks and stuff like that. So the first sighting,
kind of like reliving the youth that he lost.
Yeah, pretty much it. And yeah, I mean, I've seen a few middle-aged people that are kind of the same. I've seen a lot of people like that. I wouldn't say it's like a midlife crisis. It's like a midlife opportunity, I should say. Or
so best thing to say. One thing, because there's a couple of things I want to point out. So one thing, guys, remember now, your own words, was that a quote that he was a bit of a prankster?
Kind of. According to, I was reading some sort of people that knew Ed back in the past, and apparently he was a bit of a prankster. Hey man, how's it going? So yeah, Hayden, could you bring up the photograph that is on
Oh,
the
I'm
screen?
so sorry. I'm so
That's all right,
sorry.
man. So apology accepted. Right, first sighting was on the 11th of November, 1987. So Ed was sat at home with his 10-year-old daughter and son and wife. Wife was called Frances. Ed saw a light moving between the pine trees outside his front door. We'll show what his property looks like in the videos a little bit later. But hey man, John, nice to see you, bro. Thanks for coming in. Awesome. Come 420 of us. Be awesome. So yeah, Ed was sat in his lounge and he noticed this light going in between the pine trees. So he walked outside and he witnessed a orange-grey object basically gliding across the sky. I would say gliding across the sky. It was like just hovering above the trees. So Ed rushed back into his house and he grabbed the camera, and that is where he snapped this photograph here. Let's zoom in. It's probably not the best of blurry photographs.
Is that it at the top?
This is it at the top, yeah. Sorry, this is a very blurry photograph. I should have taken a better photograph, but you get the idea. But we get some clearer photographs. But this is the object that we're talking about. Okay. So he'd taken a series of photographs. I think he'd taken this one, and he'd taken photo 2, which is this is the first one that is enhanced. Now I should mention, all the original photographs that Ed taken were actually very dark. So a lot of photographs that you see online are actually enhanced. They're actually lit up, actually brightened up, so you can actually see the craft. So a lot of the photographs are dark, but this is the first photograph that he's taken just lit up. Let's just zoom in. So
he took this with a Polaroid as well.
With a Polaroid camera. Yeah,
and they're not the best. They're good for taking, like, you know, pictures of a group of people together, but something from a distance, they're not the best.
Exactly. No. If there was a naked photo of your mother, it would be of a Polaroid camera. Put it that way, a Polaroid picture.
I remember Polaroids.
Camera.
I still remember Polaroids, man. So
yeah, I call it the Jeffrey Dahmer camera. But anyway, yeah, this is the craft that you can see here, guys. This is like, it kind of reminds me of like the flying saucers you saw back in like the 1950s and 60s. That sort of typical flying saucer. You just don't see them these days, isn't it? So it's quite intriguing. But yeah, he snapped this photograph, and I believe he snapped this one. So this is what I mean here. So this is the original, but you see that some of the stuff is actually lit up, so you can actually see the craft better. But still, it's just. Let's bring this up a bit better. Let's just zoom in.
Is there any way we can zoom in? Yeah.
See what I mean? Yeah, there you go. So this is all photographs taken. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's still pretty good. But bear in mind, this was taken by a Polaroid camera. This was taken by a Polaroid camera, so it's kind of hard to expose that. Well, we'll get to like the hoax a little bit later, or supposed hoax anyway. So as you can see, that is the original photograph. It's extremely dark, and obviously they lit it up so you can actually see the saucer a bit better. So yeah. Ed described this object flying above his house, and suddenly it produced a very bright beam that struck him. And from then, he started to have voices come into his head. Yeah, I guess very Billy Myron. And then he was apparently, when the blue beam hit him, he was struck onto the ground, and he was basically numb. He was like solid, and he couldn't move at all. And then apparently, he had voices pop into his head. That sounded a bit like Stephen Hawking's. So, it gets crazy, mate. It gets absolutely crazy. So when I go through Ed's story, you'll understand by the end of it.
To be honest,
it sounds like a comic book.
To be honest, that bit there doesn't sound that crazy. To be honest, I mean, like,
so.
if I say this, when we have John Bell and when he comes on again, I'm going to get him to talk about his health and with these aliens, or the UFOs, because something interesting had happened to him and I never picked up on that. But he's kind of lost nearly half his body weight since all this. But could that be illness? Could that be? But I'm kind of not going to sit there and have a joke at the guy. I did laugh when you said, "Oh, he started hearing voices," but when you said he got hit with this beam and then he started hearing these voices, then now I kind of perked up. So sorry for interrupting.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. But I should stress, right? The UFO sightings were seen in the summer of 1987, but Ed Walters started having his sightings in December of 1987, and UFOs were quite a hot spot in Gulf Breeze at the time. So I thought I'd just put that out there. But yeah, what Ed described as this blue beam came down from the craft, and he was hit a bit like Phil Schneider being hit by that beam, with the alien when he did his hand and the beam came out and struck him, and then
I'm staying away from Phil Schneider.
I know that.
Phil Schneider. Too many people got offended by the jokes of Phil Snyder, so we're staying away.
Oh God!
There's a question. There's a question for you.
I'm just sorry, Hidden, but these people seriously just need to grow up, get a life. Just don't take life so seriously. Go out, touch grass. But anyway, let's move on to. If you get offended by anything I said, honestly, there's so much more important stuff to worry about. Look at England. If you're in England and you complain about Phil Schneider and what I said, grow up. Okay, I didn't swear that time, Hidden.
It is. Thank you very much. And it is a thing. We are allowed to have some fun here. We are allowed to have a giggle. If you want serious UFO conversation where people are going to get annoyed and angry and blood vessels popping out their foreheads, there are other channels out there. I can recommend them to you, but I don't.
Go watch PewDiePie. PewDiePie's a good one. Or boxing videos might suit you better. But anyway, let's move on to something more fun and entertaining.
Caroline has a question. Caroline has a question. Have you seen L.A. Marat's video, hour-long, of a ship with grays in it from Dr. Roger Lear?
Right. Is Caroline, is that the Turkey UFO? No, it's not. No, it's not.
I remember.
It's LA. Do you know what? That rings a bell, actually.
Hey, Mr. Ron.
Hey, man. How's it going?
There you go. No, the Pensacola incident was far older.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I remember that one as well when you said robotic.
Yeah.
I said that wrong, didn't I? It's not Pensacola. All right.
Pass. I'll Google that. No,
see, we're not going to. We can't even do a show on that one because no one can pronounce it.
Both of us can't pronounce it. It's terrible. But yeah, we'll look into that, Caroline. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, back to Ed Walters. So yeah, he'd been struck by the beam. He had all these voices that appeared into his head. The voice that sounded like Stephen Hawkins said to Ed, "We will not harm you." And so it's going to get absolutely crazy in a bit. And he began to scream. And then eventually the blue beam left him alone. And then the saucer buggered off somewhere else. You'll see a lot of that as a story. So the saucer would turn up. They failed to abduct Ed. And then they just go away after a while. So after when he had that blue beam struck him, Ed described the smell of ammonia and burnt cinnamon. Have you smelled burnt cinnamon? Anyone in chat smelled burnt cinnamon? I can't imagine it smelling that great. It's strong enough as it is. But yeah, ammonia and burnt cinnamon. That's a strange combination.
And regret.
And regret, yeah. And Ed claims that he was lifted 2 feet off the ground and the female voice said to him, "We will not harm you." So that is just one story of Ed's encounter. He also described his head vibrating like a hand vibrator, and this is mentioned in the book. And I was going, what does he mean by hand vibrator? It's not like those things that women have,
No.
Yeah, it's PG-13, brother. I didn't say it, so yeah. We're in a safe haven. So yeah, he describes his hands vibrating and his head vibrating, and also like pressure, and also a humming noise. And this will be a sign of his abduction as the months go on. So let's have a little look here. So yeah, so these photographs that you see here, guys, Ed took them to the local newspaper. This was the first shot. So he took about 4 photographs and he took these to his local newspaper, but he didn't wanted to out himself because he was a very well-respected contract builder. He is a family man, well-respected neighbor.
Hey, Moody.
And hey, Moody, how's it going, bruv? So yeah, so what he did is that he had a pseudonym called Mr. X. So yeah. So eventually, Ed sort of kept his. He didn't want to go in the public eye really, but eventually he got caught out through. It's quite funny because MUFON gets involved after a while. But what Ed written in this book was actually quite funny. He talks about his first encounter because he was really pissed off. He was really angry about the fact that he tried to. Is that a swear word? Can't say that.
Yeah, you're all right. Keep going.
Yeah, right. Because you jumped a little bit. So yeah, Ed had written this in his book after his first encounter. So he says, "Tried to take me without my will." Tried to take me without my will. If someone said to me, "Hey Ed, want to go for a ride?" I might have agreed to go, but forced me to obey, lift me off the ground, freeze my body solid, treat me like an ant and a dog. No way, Jose. This is my country because it's un-American. I thought, yeah, that's what Phil Schneider would have then he said. But yeah, there's. I have to admit, if anyone can get a hand on this book, or I've got 2 of them here, as you can see, but this is the original. It sounds like a bloody comic book. It is so funny. Like it's written by an amateur, but you cannot take it seriously. But it's a part of ufology. But the un-American bit, I thought, yeah, that's like ramped it up a bit. So that was his first experience. So on November the 20th, 1987, at 4:30 p.m., Ed was walking through his front door when he noticed a ringing in his ear, a bit like I've got from a tinnitus. It got louder and louder until he just couldn't take it anymore, which I know what that's like. So Frances, who was Ed's wife, noticed that he was struggling on the ground. He was rolling all over. It's going, the hum, the hum, the hum. And eventually he plucked the courage to actually grab his camera to run outside. And that's when he took these photographs, which are here. Oh, no, hold on, wait a minute, not that one. It was these here. So as you can see, these are the original photographs. So this is the top one is the original.
Can you zoom
and
in
the bottom
on that?
is enhanced. So yeah, sure. No worries. Let's go into the enhanced version.
Yeah.
There we go. This is it. If I really zoom in, guys, I don't know if you're going to see.
I can see.
On the
Yeah,
screen,
we can
but
see. We can see. Can we? You guys can see that?
I just
I
want to find the fine details of it. It's good, isn't it? For Polaroid, for a photo of a Polaroid, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. They've done a good job on the enhancing. I mean, you could make out like what one would say windows, but there could be some sort of ventilation system.
Sure.
Who knows?
Sure, yeah.
Who the hell knows, man? I've never been in a UFO yet.
Oh, I'd love to be on one. Definitely 420. So this is photograph 6, but here's the original photograph. So you can see how dark it is.
Yeah, so they haven't done. They haven't done much in way of messing with the picture. All I'm going to say, what it looks like they've done is just done the contrast.
Yeah, as you can see, yeah.
But they and maybe a little bit sharpen on it, and that's that. That's that. They haven't added color to it or anything. Which this is what I like to see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, bear in mind this is late 80s. So editing and lighting up photographs was completely different. Obviously, it was before digital, so everything was film.
And if people want to talk about 3 GIs in the late 80s, just take a look at Jaws 3. That was the level of 3 GI going on back then.
Is that Jaws Revenge?
I just know it as Jaws 3. The one
where
they were.
Movie?
I never thought it was a really bad movie, so I can't say that. I know other people.
Version.
That's right.
They're underwater, and the shark comes through, and it as it hits the glass, it stays still, and it's really really funny. Check it. I think what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's that bad. It is that bad that it is actually quite good. But if you check out, that was the height of CGI back then. So when people want to talk about old stuff being CGI, there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Dr. Bruce Banner?
Yeah, that's it. It's Jaws 3D. Oh yeah, that's it. Jaws 3. Yeah, I know what we're talking about. Yeah, terrible movie. But yeah, when Ed, and let's go back to Ed. So when he when he grabbed his camera, ran outside, and he took this photograph, he yelled on top of his lungs, "I hear you, you bat B word," which I can't say because we're PG-13. Star Wars acolyte we're here. Can we clearly say one swear word? As we're PG-13, or was that?
As long as it ain't F. I don't.
Oh, mate, that's fine. I'll do the best that I can for you, Hidden. Don't worry.
Thank you. I just like everyone to be able to come in, and I know I have nothing against anybody and your beliefs or anything, but I just do know that some people, and like I would like my kid to watch it back when she's older, when I'm off this world. This is kind of my legacy I'm leaving for my child to watch and say, you know what, this is who my dad is. And I don't like the effing and jeffins myself. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So, who's this co-host like swearing like a trooper?
That's why I would. If you see the stuff that goes on before the show, I've always said, Nick, PG-13.
PG-13, brother. PG-13. No, that's cool, man. That's cool. I respect your wishes, brother. So yeah, when he took this photograph, Ed had the voice coming to his head saying, "Be calm, step forward." Ed raised the camera again and took this photograph here. Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see a comparison, because MUFON will turn up eventually soon. So he'd taken his photograph whilst he started yelling at the sky, and the voice says,
"Damn you to hell."
Exactly. No, honestly, it gets like that because you see Ed in a towel in a minute. So yeah, this voice said that we want to examine you. And Ed replied, if I wanted to be examined, I would let you know. Now, if that was me and I wanted to be beamed up into a ship, I want to get anal probed, I'm running. That's it. I'm not having a conversation with that person. That's it. I'm gone. So yeah,
that's the only downside about going into one of these ships back then, is that would go on the funny stuff.
Play. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I mean, if I got any, see, I can't say that now because I have my little girl. But to be honest, if I didn't, and I had an offer like that, I'd be on it, man. I'd be on it. Just think of the galaxies you could see, what you could see, just in case, or they might keep you as some sort of weird slave or pet. Who knows?
I mean, that's not a bad deal, really. Take one for the team and then go see the galaxies. That sounds.
No, I didn't say I would take one for the team, as if it wasn't for all that stuff.
It's like, take Hidden. There you go.
Don't take me, man. Don't take me. You don't want to see an old man's butt.
Anyway, so all this commotion going on with Ed, he's screaming up at these bloody UFOs in the sky. He's got his camera out, and you're thinking this is in front of his front porch. Imagine what his neighbors are thinking. Just bear that in mind, right? Because we're going to see his neighborhood in a minute. Let me play a bit of videos.
Is that? Can I interrupt? I'm sorry to interrupt you. This will be the last time. Moodley said Ed made a few videos too.
Yes, there's one on the beach. I have that Hidden. Okay. I have that Moody. Yeah, I've got that. I've got some videos as well. So yeah, I will play that in due course. But I'll just get like Ed's story out of the way for it.
Sorry, mate.
No, don't have to apologize.
See, I know nothing about what's coming, and I like it that way because I like to hear the story. If I knew what was coming, then I'd be probably bored and busting more jokes and interrupting more. So I'm real sorry. Let's get Ed out of the way so we can move on to the footage that he filmed.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah. So after this incident on December the 2nd, 1987, 12 days after this second encounter, one night he heard a buzzing sound coming outside. He thought it was the pool pump left on. So he went back to sleep and says, "Oh, I'll deal with it in the morning." Then suddenly he started hearing baby crying. And in this book, he goes, baby. We don't have a baby. I thought, right, okay, it's strange for me to say. And then eventually he said voices started to appear in his head. And then eventually Ed snapped. He was like, right, I'm going outside. But he grabbed his 32 caliber pistol whilst having the camera in his hand. He's so he's in the bedroom, right? Francis, his wife's in bed, and he's scrambling on the floor because he's got a bloody UFO outside the window. And then Francis wakes up going, what are you doing? And he's like, quickly come to the kitchen. So eventually they're both on the floor. Ed's got a gun in hand. He's got a camera in the other. They both go to the kitchen, and eventually they see the flying saucer outside the kitchen window. It moves through the trees, and this is the strange bit, right? So Ed, hey man, how's it going? So Ed, he drops everything and he goes outside to actually chase after the flying saucer. So he didn't really take any photographs. He literally just like chased after it, which is a bit odd. But eventually he came back to the house and he snapped one photograph, which was photograph 10, which is photograph 10 and 11, which are here. And in here, you can see there is a beam. Remember that beam I told you, the blue beam?
Yeah.
This is the photograph here of it.
Now, could you do me a favor now? Now I'm going to interrupt this story. Could you zoom in on that footage? That beam is interesting, but as soon as I saw this one now,
yeah.
Okay, we got anybody here from any hot states? Because in Florida now, that looks like the fan.
What's that?
That looks like a fan, a house fan.
Like a ceiling fan. Oh,
ceiling fans, yeah, ceiling fans. Because do anybody remember those little holes and those holes on the side? We can see them there.
Yeah.
That's where kind of the hookup for the blade would be, and they all had a light there. Now, what's to say he didn't turn on the light, and that it always was, if I remember rightly, it was a metal puller that you pulled to turn the light on and off.
Yeah.
Does anybody get? I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you get one? Can you see a fan now that I said ceiling fan? I seen ceiling fans. Soon as I saw that picture, like I said, guys, I've only heard of this case. I don't know the ins and outs. But it is interesting. But see, sorry.
No, carry on.
I was going to say, because most of the top of background is blue.
Yeah.
If that
Moody put a good comment here. He said, why is the light on the UFO not lighting anything up? That's a good point. Because if we go back to the original photograph, which is here.
I'll put it up. I didn't see it. Sorry. Because I'm looking. Oh, there we go. Right. They could.
That's the original.
Okay. Sorry. See, we've done all this, and this could be all for nothing.
Do you see what I mean? A lot of the photographs you see have been lit up. Sorry. Oh, smart guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
can you bring that in anymore? Can you bring that? It's going to get blurry. The more you bring it in.
Excuse me.
Now let's zoom out. Let's see if we got any background so we can determine that at least this is outside. Now see, it's just all dark.
It's just dark. Yeah.
And go back up to the original. No, well, that's been enhanced. Maybe some trees or something, or that could be graffiti from the picture itself.
Well, the bottom one, there's the same photo. It's just been enhanced. That's what it is.
Yeah. So with the enhancer, the pixelation can make I personally would call it. Sorry. I would personally call that noise, but I'm not. Can you zoom in on that? I'm not a debunker, guys. I'm not a debunker. I don't know that. What do you guys think? Do you think that could be graffiti? What do they call it? when they digitally enhance pictures, and there's all these like little, they call it a name.
Oh, like pixels and stuff like that. Oh, like
But the pixels
pareidolia.
No, not pareidolia, but yeah, but it's actually an effect that you get from the camera when you try and enhance pictures.
Okay. Right, I see. So it's a tricky one, man, isn't it? It's a tricky one, but Moody made a good point.
See,
I mean, you would
the tell is to go back to the tell is to go back to the hello Tam. The tell is to go back to the original. Sorry. I like doing things like this. Sure, this is stuff that I do behind the scenes. Yeah.
Can you see there's a background there? Is that just me? Yeah, there is some landscape there. Okay, let's just zoom in on this.
Hold on. Let me bring up my screen. Then again, I'm not too. It could be, but then it also looks like matrixing as well on my screen.
Honestly, this kind of looks like double exposure. I'm not saying it can't not be done, but the craft is not. You expect if it's an anti-gravity machine, you expect it must interact with the atmosphere somehow. I mean, this is just like a dark craft, unless this is an experimental craft that the military was using. I should have mentioned that Gulf Breeze did have a military base, and they had a naval base as well. And what I'm going to show you with the videos is that a lot of the people in the public were filming basically planes, but we'll get to that in a bit later. But
or if
yeah,
you're,
you won't.
Or if you're at my channel, see, well, I don't know. I think maybe it all depends on distancing and everything. Like, I want to go Moody and saying, yeah, why isn't it lighting everything up? But that looks like the light that we're actually seeing. But it all depends on where it is. I don't know. This is an odd one to call. Because scrap originally what I said, because that's an enhanced picture. But in the enhancement, it does look like a fan. Yeah. In my opinion.
I mean, Mysterion made a good point there. He says, Google search the image to match the lantern. Yeah, I mean, when lanterns were quite popular back in 2009-10, I remember seeing them all the time. And the amount of people that were going, it was like seeing UFOs in the sky. But yeah, bear that in mind when we get to.
I'm not going to go for the lanterns, because there are other pictures of this object. And the other pictures that you can see, they look big.
I guess so. But we'll get to some more photographs. Here is another one. Let's just go on to something else. All right, let's just move on to December the 17th, 1987. Ed and Francis were in bed. Ed saw 3 shadow beings at the end of the bed. Ed got up, and eventually the figures just moved out the way really, really quickly. Ed ran outside and taken picture 13. So this is picture 12. Sorry, picture 12 and 13. So this is what he'd taken. Let's go back to the original. So this is the original here, guys. Okay, let's just zoom in a bit more. But it's not lit up. I mean, why is this craft buzzing around a residential place? Why wasn't there any other witnesses seeing it where this craft was up close? You got Ed Walters screaming his belly. This is at night. This was taken at 10:30 p.m.
And this in Florida, 10:30. You're still sitting out in the backyard. When did you say this was? What was not the time, the month?
December the 17th.
So it's a little bit warm. It's sweater weather.
What's that? What's the temperature in Florida? That sort of, out of curiosity, just me being British here.
If I remember rightly, when it was around them times, you just wear a jumper, sweater.
Oh right, okay. Oh, that's all right then. So it's not like freezing cold or anything like that.
Oh no.
But
it's not beach
I'm
weather.
talking about the bloody weather. I'm talking about the bloody weather. Look at me, I'm an old British person. But here it is.
and old.
A layout version of a craft. Look at this. I mean, honestly, a model was found in Ed's house when he eventually moved out, and no one knows where he is at the moment. But he could have taken parts of this, of like that ceiling fan, because it really does look like it, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a Billy Meyer style flying saucer.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Billy Myers, when he made the thingy, the what he called it, the wedding cake.
Yeah, the wedding where you put the Christmas balls around like the dustbin lid. Honestly, I have to admit, I don't want to go off track, but Billy Meyer for 1970s is not that bad. But as soon as you started putting those flying saucer figurines on string and it starts doing that, and it's like, oh, you lost me, mate. But this photograph kind of reminds me of like the Billy Meyer style, but it's all taken at night, never taken in the daytime, except for Ed Bolter's 1993 footage when he's on the beach. We'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, this is photograph 12, and this is photograph 13. This is quite a detailed photograph. So here's the original. It's lit up the palm trees, all right. And here we have.
Could that be the flash?
Yeah, it's the flash. Yeah, definitely. And here is the lit up version.
I like that. I like that.
It's good, isn't it? It gets a bit more detailed, guys. Don't worry. I'll make sure everything's a bit the best I can. I remember a lot of these photographs are not online. Some of them, vast majority of them, but
really
a lot of them are not. It's pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah. But bear in mind, Hayden, right? Okay. People in chat. We've got the light source at the bottom, but if you look inside, it's actually lit up with, for instance, a bulb on top. It could be, as a fake, a Billy Meyer style creation, but it's this. I just find that you've got the glowing lights at the front, but if you look to the side, it's not that glowing. Do you see?
And
so
underneath,
it kind of resembles like there's a bulb in here, and underneath as well. Yeah. But
there's no lights.
Taken consideration.
There's no lights underneath. So if you're gonna, surely, unless the bottom bit's added on. You know what? He went to a lot of effort to fake this. This is better than Billy Meyer's fake. Yeah. I'm not saying he's faking it. I'm not saying he's faking it. I don't know. I'm coming. I want to come to the end. I don't know. But at the moment, I'm saying this: if he's faking it, he's surpassed. He's Billy Myers. Come on, man. We've looked at those photos, haven't we? We have looked at those. We even had Thingy on. What's his name? Billy Myers spokesman. God, I should know his name, man. I should know his name.
Is it Michael Horn?
Michael Horn, thank you. Yeah,
Michael Horn. Yeah.
Oh man, we talk. We used to talk on Facebook, so I should know his name. So I feel sorry, but Michael Horn, he was even on Alien Addicts, and he didn't like what was being said. We were looking at the pictures. It wasn't. We weren't saying nothing bad about Billy Meyer. We were looking at his evidence.
Yeah.
And that's what we were saying. That's what we were talking about. We had one guy who had knowledge about photography, and he was like saying, "Look, it's hard because you got a still image with everything else blurred. Was it one or the other?" And then we started talking about perception, like the object's a lot closer to you than what it actually is. It had to be.
With Billy Meyer, what I remember, sorry for interrupting, what I remember what he did is that he would take models, excuse me, but then he would actually make like small little houses, small little toy cars, but he would blend that in with the background. So he's using everything, the landscape, the models.
Yeah.
Even though he had he's only got one arm, hasn't he? Probably. Billy Meyer's only got one arm. People say, "Oh, how did he fake these models?" It's like, yeah, but he could just bought these models, put them into place,
and
then
time and determination, mate. Just because he's got one arm doesn't mean he can't make models.
Yeah. I mean, he could have had a hand in it, you know. But I mean, I'm not saying that this is. I'm not saying that this is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You said
I'm not saying
what? You didn't say that on purpose.
Yeah, so I thought no one would notice, to be honest.
Oh, I was there. I was right on it. I thought you was gonna start laughing, but you just carried on. You are the entertainer, man. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys in the chat caught his little slide joke on Billy Myers?
Anyway, but I'm not saying like what I'm not saying like what Billy Meyer did is what is here, because what's different between Billy Meyer and this
Joe
is that we
Blow.
actually have public sighting.
Yeah. We're not saying anything bad about the guy. We're just looking at the evidence and talking about the evidence. And that I think is the best way to do things.
Should we just go through? Honestly, I have 20 pages of Ed Walter's story. Okay, we are gonna be here like literally all day. I didn't realize how much information I got. Why don't we just? I'm just gonna skip through ahead and then we'll get to the videos. Okay, but yeah, at the time when let's zoom out. Right. Okay.
Ooh.
Right. Let's have a little look. Oh well. Okay.
So we do see a nib. We do see a nib at the top, but that's been in. But still, the enhanced version.
Yeah. Sorry, I did take a good photograph of this. There's only one on the computer can actually see it. Right. Let's bring this photograph. This is a bit more detailed. Okay. Let's just say that there's a light source actually in the craft itself. It's a possibility, especially at the bottom here. But I don't know, man. It's there's so many. It's too good to be true. Do you know what I mean?
Well, why does it have to be so good to be true?
Because we have decent evidence.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this now, because this looks like pretty much the same object that was in the last picture. Now, here's my interesting point.
Yeah.
Is in the picture before, the bottom part of those, let's say openings weren't lit up. So then I thought the only possibility, if this was a fake footage picture, was that it was something added on. But now this is lit up. You can see the bottom lit up and the top not.
I see. Yeah.
Because I think those dots there ain't lights. I think that's a reflection of the bottom. So similar to lens flare.
Sure. I understand.
So I find this interesting now. Okay.
We'll get to the one when it's actually on the road, because that's probably one of the best ones. But yeah,
on the road again. Can't wait to get on.
Caroline put a really good quote on there by Arthur C. Clarke. I used to watch Arthur C. Clarke.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I'll pop it up because
Did you read any? I'll read it because I'm going to pause this up. Any
significantly advanced
technology
is. We're not going to have that short. We're not going to have that short.
No, not going to have the short. No, that's right.
Listen, I'm going to tell you now, if my missus sees that short, she's going to slap me in the back of the head. So we're not going to have that short. The last one, she just shook her head at. It is a great quote.
Oh, here we go. This is the one I quite like. Right. This is the underside. Oh, it's blurry again, for Christ's sake. Right. Okay.
Let's see what we got, though. Let's talk about what we got.
Let's have a look. So this was the 5th sighting that Ed had. I don't know what day it is here, but you can see this is the original photograph. But let's go to the enhanced version. Have a little look. Okay. Right. This is the propulsion system here, Hayden. The propulsion system. Now, does that look like a bit of tin foil crumpled up with with a light shining underneath it? Because every time I see it, I'm going, yeah, it's tin foil. It's just scrambled up, like shove it in there, like. It doesn't look like extraterrestrials, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's the propulsion system to levitate the craft itself. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I've never seen an extraterrestrial or a military aircraft or experimental aircraft that looks like this.
Look,
So,
I'm gonna say this. This kind of looks something like what's inverted. This is kind of interesting to me.
right.
All right. I'm seeing two halves. I'm seeing two different halves of a whole. Something that looks perfect. Do you see that? Like, if you think the yin and yang symbol.
Right. Oh yeah. I understand. Yeah.
Do you see it? I think there's two opposites. This is very interesting. I'm not going to get into it. I think this is interesting. I would love to. Have you got the original? Because this is the advanced. I'd like to see a really good copy of this picture. Because sorry guys, it's blurry. There's more quotes coming in. I'm going to pop up this quote.
UFO leaders are more in. Oh, I'm not going to read.
Don't even try it, man. Don't even try it. Don't even try. I'm gonna roll another one.
Should
I roll another one? If anybody's in the house having a little 420, just what you holding, man? What you holding? Like I said, I don't know. Mine's coming from so I don't know, but it's good. I don't know what I got, but it's good. Nick said he don't want you to know what he's got. Nick's looking for the good picture. Because I'll tell you what, man. Tell you what, Nick's got a new camera.
Yeah, hold on, guys. Hold on.
So he's been trying. He said, you know, buddy, try and get me to try and do a segue where I can show off my new camera. And I said, done. And here it is. Oh man.
Is it coming up? Yes. Right. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so this. I'll zoom in a bit better.
Yeah. It looks like it's something. See, I mean, I wouldn't laugh at that one, man. I wouldn't laugh at that.
Zoom in a bit.
Because to me, I think the ideal propulsion. I'm no scientist. This is just me. I think the ideal propulsion for an object like that would have to be two forces of matter that you put together to create a reaction, or some might call it a reactor. Now, if you can control the level that you emit, there controls travel. Now, this is very interesting because it looks two halves of something making a whole.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing. Do you guys see that in the chat? Do you guys see that in the chat? I could be off my rocker too high on whatever this is. Who knows? But energy, and especially matter, I think is a plausible way of traveling. So to me, this picture, that bit there, I found that interesting. Yeah,
but you would have thought sorry, I'm trying to get this level, guys. Do apologize. There you go. To be honest with you, if you would have thought it was some sort of anti-gravitational machine, mate, you would have thought it would be glowing like every single UFO.
How do you know? We have nuclear reactors as energy. Do they glow? Do we see them glowing?
Yeah, because if you see. Yeah, hidden. If you've seen a nuclear reactor turned on, anyone seen it in chat? A nuclear reactor turned on, it glows blue.
Yeah, but you don't see that outside the nuclear reactor.
Sure. It's all contained inside.
There you go.
There you go. All right, I just contradicted myself. Right. All right.
No, you're not contradicting yourself. It's just an understanding. You're not gonna have your energy source. You look at your car, just mankind. We thought of we don't put our fuel tank outside the car. So why
I'll tell you
would
what.
they've mastered intergalactic travel? They're not going to have their energy supply hanging out the window.
I suppose so. Oh my god, I am so crap.
But
Actually,
honestly,
going
that
into
that
the-
that to me is a very interesting picture.
it's good, isn't it? This
But
is the
I'm a
original.
stoner. I'm a stoner, mate. So where's the original? That's the one I want to see, untouched.
This is it. Oh my god. Hold on a minute. Let me zoom in. This is the original. Line it up. I suck. Right. There we go.
There we go. Now we need to zoom in. It looks good, man. Trust me.
Hold on. Right. Right. That's the best I can do it. What do you reckon? You can't see the exterior of the craft. It's only the bottom bit.
I like that, man. I like that.
Oh, Moody. That's the yeah, that rings a bell.
I don't know what he said, but I'm going to have a look.
I was looking at the chat before about the radiation. Yeah.
Oh, Moody, you're such a
Hang
naughty
on,
boy.
I didn't read that one. Hang on.
Oh, you didn't mean that one that he
Sorry,
said.
no, I wasn't reading it. I was focusing on the other one. No, that's Moody. You got
Okay.
away with words, mate. That's awesome. But anyway, let's let's go back to that one.
I like it. I like it, man. I like that picture. But then again, now it also looks like something he could have chiseled. But I don't know. I like it.
I don't
That
know,
looks
man.
good, man. That looks good.
Not too sure. Anyway, yeah.
Right, let's move along. I like that one particular picture.
All right.
You said there's daytime something he's caught.
Yeah, I take there's there are these ones here. This is the original, but you have 3 craft in this one.
3.
Yeah, it's 3. Hold on.
And only this guy's seeing this?
Yeah, he's just seeing it. Yeah. So here you have.
The reason why I'm saying this is these things look clear as day. And you're saying residential area?
Yeah, it is a residential area. Yeah, because when we get to the videos, you will see where he lives. But this is the lit up version. But you would have think, guys, if you look, the horizon here is still quite light. You would have thought it would illuminate. I mean, this is a Polaroid camera, so I don't know. But if you have a little look, the
They
difference
were
between
pretty
the two.
crap. They were pretty crap.
Oh my God, Nick, come on. There we go. So yeah, that's the lit up version. Oh no, this is the best one. I think let's have this as the last photograph, and then we can show some clips. How long we got it in? We've gone in about an hour. Okay.
I'm pretty much vertical. I'm gonna have one more.
That's fine.
Who's joining me, man? Who's joining me?
I will shortly. Right. This is the most famous photograph of the Gulf Breeze sighting. This is the one that's on the road, which is this here. In fact,
that's the original.
No, that one, that's the original, the black and white photograph, and that is a lit up version. You see, so you've got the road, and then you've got the saucer, but you can see the light is coming on the road itself. I'll see if I got a decent photograph of this. I'll tell you what. There we go. That's a better version.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, there we go. goes the page after. Derp. So yeah, this is the very famous photograph. So he was on his way back after meeting with MUFON, because MUFON got involved because they want to know what's all these UFO sightings going on, where are these photographs coming on, and eventually they managed to track who Mr. X is. Turned out it was actually Ed Walters. In fact, the copyright for the photographs was in Ed Walters' name. So Mr. X and someone was called Believer Bill as well, who was sending photographs to the Sentinel, but it was all Ed Walters sending these photographs. But yeah, this was an incident. Apparently, a UFO was chasing Ed down the street. He was in his car. The voice started going to his head. The humming started happening. And eventually, he pulled to the side of the road. He had his camera with him, but he had the shotgun in the back seat of his car. So, I'm not joking. So this craft beamed down a blue beam, and 3 aliens came out, started bubbling around like Maccabee, like when it, like literally going towards Ed. Ed's underneath the car, underneath his truck with the shotgun, and he's just screaming obscenities. And eventually, he plucked the courage. He was at the back of his truck when he took that photograph. No photograph of aliens, but he took that photograph. He got into his truck and speeded off. And that is the very famous photograph. We've all seen that in one way or another in ufology. It's good though. You think this is an actual road? This is the original road itself. Okay. Yeah. And as you can see, it's good though. It's literally the reflection of the craft on the road. But if there's anyone in chat who knows anything about photography, do you think that could be double exposed? Because what's the strange thing about this hidden is that MUFON obviously got involved. They staked out Ed's house for about 9 days, and they didn't see any encounters of UFOs. There was one incident, but they couldn't really find any concrete proof. But MUFON gave Ed a specific camera where he could not double expose. And apparently one of the photographs is actually the one that isn't faked. I don't know which one it is, but can I trust MUFON? Do you know what I mean? You know, because MUFON, you know, they're not a governmental thing.
Well, I mean, we'd have to understand the camera that they gave him. And if they're saying that there's no way it could double expose, then you have to look at the evidence.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Okay. So I'm just reading through chat a minute. Yeah, so this is the famous photograph. No, that's cool, man. I'd just like to catch up with chat. Got some really interesting comments. And appreciate everyone in chat coming forward. Is awesome. It's nice to see it so active. But yeah, this is the famous photograph that you're taking. So I think. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one. This is. If you want to see me, what I'm like on a morning, and the sky is filled with those trails. This is literally me. This is Ed come out of the shower, and he's got his fist in the air, and he's got a bloody flying saucer. This is in his back garden, so he's next to his pool, and this is. I just find this hilarious. That is me literally screaming about chemtrails. I should have said the word, damn it. But you get the idea. But yeah, this is another famous photograph of Ed. Just come out of the shower, in a towel, fist in the air, screaming once again at a flying saucer. Now, you think about this: would you say that this craft is close up, or is it a big craft?
There you go, Quest.
There you go, Quest. I'll see you, man.
Sorry, I've been hitting the bong. I've been doing what you.
I can tell you go silent, mate. You go silent.
Now, see what I was thinking. Here's what I'm thinking now. Is there any way we can bring it up on the screen now so we can zoom in?
I got this.
I definitely want to see this guy. I mean, with his fist in his hand. Jesus Christ.
Hang on, let me 420 as well, bro. Hold on, guys. But yeah, if anyone's out there and you want a good book to read, this book here, Gulf Breeze Sighting by Ed and Francis Walter. I have no idea where they've gone now. Absolutely no idea where they've gone. I think I know, probably had a lot of stigma behind them, to be honest with you.
They probably made some money from
But who
book
knows?
sales and out on some nice
Well, this is it,
island.
yeah.
They've done their job for the past 40 years. It's time to retire off your proceeds.
I think you're right on that one, buddy. I think you're right on that one. Right, here's the photograph of Ed in this tower. Got it down there for you, bro. Here we go.
And
Right.
they even enhanced that for us.
Right. So top photograph is the original, and the bottom is the enhanced.
See, I like
That's
that.
me in the morning. It's good, isn't it?
I like that. I like that picture, man. I'm
That's
shaking.
me in the morning, bro.
And has he got guns in his hands? I wouldn't be shaking my fist. I wouldn't be shaking my fist at the daily dose of vitamins. There's nothing you're going to do to stop the daily dose of vitamins. So just accept the vitamins. They're your friends.
Could you just imagine what the neighbours must be like? Just seeing Ed, but no one in the neighbours ever seen this object. I mean, it's clear as bloody day, isn't it?
I'm going to leave somebody up, and I got to get rolling. This will be the end of the show. I like this show. This is funny. No, but can we zoom in on? Oh, sorry, you're doing your stuff.
That's cool. No. You go ahead, man.
I like this picture. I like this picture, man. So I'm glad I really know nothing about this stuff. I'm really glad.
If you're not used to like UFO photos or ufology as such, this is a really interesting case to get into because you do have photographic evidence, whether or not is real or not. This is Ed's dog called. Oh, hang on a minute. Get that one a minute. This is Ed's dog called Crystal. Is it a Chihuahua? I don't know. It's one of those yappy things.
Looks like a
All
lamb.
small dogs are quite yappy. But here's the original. Okay.
See,
this is the little...
Did anybody ever interview this guy?
Yeah,
Besides
I got interviews with him. He was on. He was on Oprah Winfrey's show, which I'm trying to find. It's difficult, but I do have a Strange But True documentary. Well, a program back in the 19th that I will show.
That's good.
But we'll just get through his photographs. So
Oprah copyright us for sure. Old Harpo Productions. Am I allowed to say Harpo Productions?
I don't know what it is, mate.
It's Oprah's production company.
Oh, right. Yeah, they do dodgy stuff, innit?
And you know what's funny about that? Is that Harpo is actually Oprah spelled backwards.
What? Really? Is it? Holy crap. Wow, yeah, every day. Holy crap.
I'm so stupid.
Oh, no, you're not, man. But I find it's quite hilarious with the dog and with the flying saucer.
I'm just rolling up at the moment, so sorry, but much love, much love. You have to say much love to Tamara.
Tamara. Hi, Tamara.
No, it's much love, sister. Much love, sister.
There we go. All right, this is photograph 21. Here is the original. And this is actually moving. Okay, so you could have this bobbing on a string. Who knows? Let's pop down and have a little look. You can see here the light reflection. So if this was,
it's consistently the same object.
It is, yeah, it's the same craft, isn't it? Like literally every shape and form.
So you know the one I want to take a look at then, if you could do this for me, is the one on the road, the daytime one, because that was interesting as well because of the reflection off the road.
There we go. Do you want the original? This is the enhanced one. Photo 19.
Let's take, because so far the enhancements have been good.
No, they're decent. Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, for you think early 90s, late 80s, early 90s is pretty good. And with the Polaroid picture, it's not, as I said, like you said, Hidden, it's pretty crap camera. Doesn't really pick up not a lot of detail.
And see, the sad thing, and probably what he didn't realize, because the genius of the hoax, if it is a hoax, is Polaroid cameras didn't didn't have a negative with it.
Okay.
So there's no negative.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because if we had a negative, we could bring it out the standards we have now. Do you get what I mean? But there's no negative. So that's the genius of it.
Yeah.
The only negative now that would exist is going back to MUFON. If the object that he took on their camera, because their camera would have had I would presume ain't going to be a Polaroid. So it's going to have a negative. It's going to have film. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, man. But I don't know where the original probably Ed's got them. I don't know if he had it into MUFON. I'm not too sure, but I'm surprised it hasn't been on their website as such. But I'm quite curious how, if this was a double exposure, right, with a model, how can they get the reflection on the road? Because it is quite flat level with the road. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, they'd have to take some timing, because the double exposure is 2 pictures over 1.
Yeah.
So they'd have to time it right for when they took that, for the lighting to match the one that they're placing it over. Do you get what I'm saying?
So how would they actually position this craft? Because I'm not too sure how this would have.
Well, we're not working with Photoshop. So what I would have to say is it's because of the reflection. This is why I think this is a far good picture.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking that. Oh, sorry. There you go. I was thinking that.
Yeah, it looks a bit like a filter over the photo. And that's the clearest photo I've got. Literally, that is taken with like a decent phone camera. Yeah, you're right, isn't it? Yeah. I suppose
I'm not saying that's it. I ain't saying that's it.
No, I'm not saying that's it. But
it's a good call.
Yeah, it's a good call. I mean,
it's a good call.
Should we find the original? Oh, there it is. That's original. There we go. Right, that's it. That's the original there.
Is there anyhow we can zoom in on like the lighted area? Because see, now to me, that looks about right for a Polaroid, though.
Just, isn't it? Because it's not going to pick up any light whatsoever in the dark scenario. Yeah.
That looks good, man. That looks good. That looks exactly where you would say reflection. See, we're doing this. We're trying to debunk by an enhanced picture.
Here we go.
I don't know. Some torn paper. Look, man, I need to build up. You can go and tear your paper, man.
So yeah, it's immensely fascinating photograph. Nevertheless, it's probably one of the best ones out there. But you made a good point. It's good, but the thing is, you've never seen UFO photographs like this. You don't have a repeat of it. I mean, sure, balls of light. I mean, we've seen them for many decades, but something like this. And I must stress, I think we should move on to some videos. I think we'll get some videos on the go about Bolters and stuff. But bear in mind, this is what Ed Bolters took. But you have a look when I show you the videos of what the public was taking in 1987 onwards, and there is a video of Ed Walters in 1993 when he's on the beach. I don't know what's happened to Ed. Like I said, and his family is just gone. I mean, he's probably made his money's worth because you've got idiots like me that he's buying his book and made his fortune. It's like, right, I'm going to retire, keep on the down low. I don't know, but if he did want the acknowledgement, why did he come forward in interviews? You know, why did he eventually admit to the newspaper, yeah, I'm actually Mr. X, I'm actually Believer Bill, you know, these names, you know, to sort of hide my identity.
Maybe he didn't want them to think he's a nut, but he wanted to stick it out. I don't know. I don't know.
The way, this is like late 80s, early 90s. You talk about UFOs in the public, it's not like it is today. It's a bit more open. You're going to get ridiculed no matter what you do. Really. So in one way, I understand, you know, being a respectful businessman, family man, he's actually quite successful with a contract.
And looking damn good in the towel.
Oh, that's brilliant, man. That's me in the mornings. That's brilliant. And being
don't be like that.
Trails.
Don't be like
no, I'm just thinking it. I'll just joke it. But yeah, I mean, these have to be one of the best photographs of UFOs in the catalogue of ufology, I should say. Especially in the late 80s. It's been like the Belgian UFO thing that we talked about. So yeah, that is. I've skipped over a lot of the story.
Before you go, can we see the original of that unenhanced? I want to see that again. I like that one. I'll tell you what, I think there was one of those catches I didn't like, but I do like them. And see if you notice again with this lit up before you go, with this one lit up on the roadside, you notice none of the things are lit up inside neither. You know, those what would you call them, openings?
Yeah.
See, sometimes I think.
I see. What I'm trying to remind you, this is a picture.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead. But it's a Polaroid picture, mate. You know, it's not going to be picture perfect.
I like it. This case I like.
A silence. It's good. It's a fun case, honestly. If you read the book, it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. But I personally think, excuse me, I look reading through Ed's book and how he's written things and the photographs, he's telling a really good story. He's a good storyteller, don't get me wrong. At the time of the summer of 1987 in Gulf Breeze, it was UFO mania. I don't know if anyone's in chat from Florida who was in that time period, but apparently Gulf Breeze was a hotspot for UFOs. So this was the summer, but Ed started having his encounters in December. So I'm thinking a possibility that Ed just ride that UFO wave and maybe has struck an opportunity to go, right, okay, we can write a book here. We can fake a load of stuff because we could do things with the Polaroid pictures. And he probably started slow because, but bear in mind, he didn't write the book straight away. He started putting the photographs into the newspapers first. So I think things were just building. And then to the point, he was like, do you know what? We could just write a book here and write it for what it's worth, which is part of ufology when you look at it.
So, yeah, but if you want to say that, then you have to look at the man.
Google 62 ceiling lamps. Yeah.
I like his pictures. I like his pictures. Now he's got one outside, not clear as day, but he's got one outside. I think we need to look at. I think we need to look at these pictures in the whole.
All right, hidden. Right, look at this.
Well, ain't that the one that I thought was a ceiling fan?
No, it's this photograph here, bro. Look. So when there was one incident when Ed went outside the blue beam came down and Francis came running in. So this is the actual blue beam. And this is Francis running away like, ah!
Where's
Yeah, all right, blue beam, look. Light blast, enhanced for detail. Trust me, I've read it. Honestly, that is the blue beam from the flying
where's
saucer
the
craft
original?
itself.
Where's the
That
original?
is not in here. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's zoom out a little bit. Whatever. Mate, I don't think the original's on here.
For some
It's
reason,
only that one.
and normally I can bust jokes on everyone, but for some reason, I don't feel like busting jokes on this person.
Oh, come on. We did a Phil Schneider bust jokes on him. Come on.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
But I always thought Phil Snyder. I said to you before, man. Believe him, don't believe him. The guy's still entertaining. I could listen to Phil Snyder talk. Much about his life I don't know. I don't know not much.
This is I think these were the last photographs that Ed took. Which only
It's a shame. It's a shame. It's Polaroids. It's a shame.
I know. If it was like a film, it'd be different. But it only lasted from 1987 to 1988. These string of UFO sightings. Yeah, immensely fascinating case. It really is. But yeah, I think he's, my personal opinion. I might be wrong, but I think he's just faked this. He ride it for what it's worth, and eventually thought, right, got some traction in it. Let's write a book. That's my personal opinion, bro, on that one.
Well,
it's a bit like the Billy Meyer wave. You know what I mean?
yeah, but Billy Meyer's still punching at it.
No, he's not. He's
got Michael Horn. He's got Michael Horn fighting his case.
But still, is he still going? Is he?
Yeah, Michael Horn was at some big ass conference for Billy Meyer. Well, I think about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago.
All
Yeah,
right.
if memory serves me right, I could be wrong. I think he was out. No, I'm not going to say because I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, and I don't want to get things wrong because at the end of the day, I like talking to Michael Horn. I find him a nice man. He just talks too much about Billy Myers. I like it when he talks about himself.
Okay.
He's an interesting cat. I like him. I do say that. Sorry, I did say it. There you go.
I know he gets a lot of stick. I know that.
That's because of Billy Myers.
Right, let me bring up a alleged model.
It's who you sold your horse to, man. Basically. And he doesn't like, the thing is, he don't like hearing any constructive criticism about.
No, it's very defensive. Yeah.
Let's not talk no more.
Yeah, so this was an alleged model that was found in Ed's home. Apparently, it was hidden in either floorboards or a wall. Don't quote me on that one, but apparently they found this model here. And here we go. What do you reckon, bruv? Just put that to debunk. But why would Ed hide that in his home?
Well, that's kind of different. If anything, that's an earlier model because that's probably, if anything, that's an earlier model. That looks like just sandwich plates and those that you get at a barbecue, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess so.
Styrofoam sandwich plates.
That's right.
Which it looks like he might have connected up a light bulb in there. I mean, he's a geek. That's why I said if you want to debunk, the only way you can debunk this is to look at the inside of the man. Is he capable of doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Worker, mate. Let's assume it's that one. It's not that
No,
one.
it wasn't. He was a contractor.
He was a building contractor. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it actually kind of looking at it, mate. Let's just look at that.
See, that looks that looks hell of a lot different
Yeah,
than,
because
than that model, but that could have been a prototype.
but that there, if you can see, it goes on an angle, like a triangle. But if I go all the way back to the model, it's actually flat. Go ahead. There you go.
Yeah,
See what I mean? It's actually flat. So I reckon someone just put that there just to discredit my own personal opinion. Oh, I should have mentioned. It was, yeah.
Sorry, I had to sneeze then.
It was, I think one of.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me in the least, because we've all seen the Action Man UFO photograph from them.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm looking for like other eyewitnesses. I mean, of course, you got Francis, his wife, his kids. The kids that never really came forward, but the son, the 70-year-old son, had a friend called Patrick Hayes. Patrick Hawks, and he knew about the sightings that were going on with the Ed Walters. And eventually, he knocked on the door one day, and Francis opens the door, and she goes to Patrick, "They're here." And Patrick's like, "What?" And then he bombs it in. I'm not joking. It's in the book. He bombs it into the lounge, and he sees the flying saucer in the back garden. And Ed's working at his bloody pool pump, and then he sees it because he's hearing the bloody buzzing, and then he goes indoors, and apparently, yeah, Patrick witnesses the flying saucer, and he's the only one. But again, he probably could have just been on the joke, but he was a friend of the son. But he also knew Ed Walters and the family, because they're quite close. But that was the only case where someone had witnessed this craft.
Yeah.
But
slip him a couple of bucks, man. He'll say anything. If there was any other independent witnesses that were seeing this, a neighbor, a guy from across the road.
Yeah. But there's not a lot of that, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of that. Should we have some videos?
But you see, yet again, it all depends on. I mean, that's what we want. Yeah, let's see a video, because you said you got one of it, so we can tell like the neighborhood that he is, because some houses are far apart, man. So because we're unclear about the size of these ships, these vessels, these toys or whatever. Did he ever say how big they were?
They said it was the size of the house, according to Ed.
Jesus. So if you got something in the skies floating, back then, one would presume that they would be. I don't know though. I don't know.
You are got this?
Not yet. Not yet. I have it now.
Okay, cool. All right, okay. So for those who are in chat, who was into like UFOs and ghosts and stuff like that, who was watching ITV, this was called Strange But True. That was on it was on Channel 3, and it had ghosts and aliens and stuff like that. Excuse me. And this is about the Gulf Breeze sighting. But yeah, it brings back to memory lane. So let's have a little listen.
At all times of the day, looking for those two key objects. Eventually, after 7 or 8 days, we found the location. It turned out.
So I should stress, right? These are two MUFON guys who ended up surveilling Ed's house for 9 days to see if there's any validity to the sightings, because Ed was sending the photographs into the Sentinel, to the local newspaper, and MUFON wanted to find out who Mr. X was and whatnot, and then he managed to find it was Ed. So we'll continue.
Out to be Ed's front yard.
Ed Walters was a well-known man in Gulf Breeze. A pillar of the community, he employed over 200 people in his successful building firm and had a good reputation, something he didn't want to lose.
I was concerned the UFO stigma would stick.
That's Ed.
And certainly you just don't want to be known as the general contractor who sees UFOs. So when I first went to the newspaper, I said, "Oh, a friend of mine," But of course, you know, a friend of mine's story just never does hold up.
With Ed Walters admitting he had taken the Polaroids, the MUFON investigators moved up a gear.
Had no idea at all at that point how big this case may become.
January 7th, 1988.
But as with all investigations, we must remain skeptical, but with an open mind.
Well, John, I believe these are what you came to see. Mr. Walters, you mind telling us how you came to take these photographs?
I deal in concrete and steel and real life. And to look out my window at my office at my house and see something unusual didn't necessarily bother me, because normally you would explain it away.
Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, so that's Ed Walters. I just wanted to show you what Ed Walters is like, his mannerisms and stuff like that. You know, he seems like a general, like a North American, isn't he, really? There are other, okay, let's move on to this. So this is public video footage of the craft itself. There are some other photos and videos I'm going to show that resemble Ed Walters' craft. So let's have a little listen to what the public says.
With people desperate to see their own UFO. Residents started to congregate on the beaches at night and became known as the Sky Watchers.
Shoot her up. Turn it. Something's pointing down out of it. There is. Right. It's coming towards us. I can see that with my naked eye. And it's shooting out to the right.
Going out on watches, and from there on, it's just been a wild and crazy ride of watching UFOs in the sky around here.
There's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. Yeah. Did you see the white? Did you see the white light out in the middle with the ring on there that points the light on? Look! Oh, look at Spider! Yo, look, it's right there! Go, baby, go, Bubba. Come on over here and show us some more, Bubba. Oh, no, come back. That baby went in warp drive.
Sorry, warp drive. Okay.
Right. That looked good, man.
Yeah, hidden. These are balls I like, for Christ's sake. Right. I have got so many footage of exactly the same as this, and they're just planes, okay? But that's just my experience, okay? I've got loads of video footage of planes in the sky.
Yeah, but that thing turned. That thing turned.
Yeah, but the only thing that was weird was the one that dropped. It dropped something. Okay, it could be a flare. Okay, I'm kind of a bit skeptical, like a debunker, but it glowed. It kind of flashed as it went down. Should I just like go back and see what I'm talking about?
I like that one.
Is it too loud? Do you want to turn it down?
It's fine how it is. No one said all my ears.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it, man. I like that.
Glowing though, isn't it? Like that.
Yeah. I don't think that's a plane.
No.
Oh, no. Come back. That baby went in warp drive.
Warp drive.
Strange.
I like it.
Right,
I like it, man. I like it.
It's good, yeah. It's good stuff. Let's move on to more public. Oh, here we are. This is a really famous one, which I had no idea that was in Gulf Breeze.
Defied craft hovering over Santa Rosa Sound, Gulf Breeze.
There are 3 jets, 2 high and 1 low, coming in towards this object. And it turns out that the photo shows the jet actually blocking part of the image of the UFO. This jet flew along and actually made a little bit of a turn around the thing, indicating the guy must have seen it.
If the picture isn't faked, could there be a more down-to-earth explanation for the object in the sky?
Is that Roger Moore?
Convinced that some major contractors
Is that Roger Moore now, right?
They are building vehicles.
Yeah, it's Roger Moore. Yeah.
Similar
to some
UFO sightings.
who's to say that it's not military? However, Gulf Breeze has a population of 30,000 people. I don't think that the military is going to use a populated area of this size to experiment. I just don't believe that.
The military remained tight-lipped on the affair. Their only comment is that all investigations into UFOs ceased in 1969. Their silence has been fuel for the conspiracy theorists. Top of their list was an incident involving 6 soldiers from the 701st Army Intelligence Unit based in Augsburg, West Germany. Their job had been to decipher highly sensitive and top-secret radio and satellite transmissions.
A group of people who turned out to be military intelligence people who had just plain left their observation post in Germany and come to the United States. They were missing in action for 5 days. The government didn't know where they were.
No one knew why on July the 9th, 1990, the unit deserted, or where they'd gone, until one of them turned up in Gulf Breeze and was arrested by Patrol Officer Donald Stevens.
904-41402, private first class push stop, sir. We talked to this guy, interviewed him, and he just kept telling us, you know, you just don't know what you got. And finally, he gave in and told us that him and 5 other deserters from the Army had stolen some computer chips and some high classified documents involved in UFOs, documents that the government had, and these guys were going to just blow this whole thing open.
The rest of the deserters were rounded up at a nearby house. The question on everyone's lips was, what did they know?
So,
what did they know?
Strange... Do you want to carry on? Yeah.
I don't know. What did they know? What is this about, man? Is this still about that picture?
No, these are just like incidences that happen around Gulf Breeze. This is all to do with, like, the public and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw it turned off a little bit there.
Was his experience around the same time that my man was taking pictures of the UFOs?
Yeah, this is in 1990 when this happened. So what happened from 1987 to 1993? That's where a massive UFO wave happened in Gulf Breeze. So it wasn't just Ed Walters. There was other UFO phenomena going around. Do you want to show you some like different UFO stuff that was happening, just to show you what was going on at the time and why I think Ed Walters...
Do you guys want to see this? See, because this does add a bit of credibility to him then. When did he come into the game? Did he come into the beginning of the game? Or did he come in towards the end of the game?
Right, if you have a look at the photograph, if you have a look at the public's filming of those UFOs at night, the UFO Night Watch, that was in October of 1987, but there were also them in the summer.
91.
But 1987, in the summer of 1987. But Ed Walters didn't come into the equation until December, beginning of December. That's when he started publishing. Well, he brought the photographs to the Sentinel, to the local newspaper, and that's where I believe he most probably just jumped on the bandwagon. You know, just as I'm not saying that is true, but it sounds plausible for me, to be honest with you. Let's
yeah. There's
see what I mean?
There's someone who's been hitting the hashies.
Stories to cover a Formula 2. Yeah, bro, bring this up. This is some extra UFO footage that was happening in the around about late 80s. So in the midst of Ed Walters' experiences. Let's bring this up.
Contention that aliens invaded their town.
See, that looks like That looks like the same thing that he has.
In 1995.
This is
95.
in 95. Okay.
But was only made public in the last few years. This craft has stunning similarities to what was seen in local newspapers and...
Okay, I'm going to pause it here so you get the gist of this. Look, this is through the trees. This is right in the distance, okay?
On tape at the very start of the Gulf Breeze UFO wave.
Oh, man. There it is. I got it now.
After spotting the illuminated craft in an area near Gulf Breeze with a few other investigators, Hawkins drives his car as far as he can before being blocked by trees.
I can't drive, man, and get to zoom in here at the same time. Get out, man. Get out.
Braving mosquitoes and thorny vines to get closer, Hawkins does everything he can to keep the porthole encircled UFO in frame. His running description is breathtaking.
Walk up to it, man. That's good.
That's it.
Go on.
That's it. That's it. Man, did you see it blink off? Oh, killer, man.
Get closer, man.
You got it, man. That thing's for real. It's behind you. Crap.
Looks like a burger.
There it is.
I'm now hungry.
Come on, focus. Focus, focus. Check that out. Check that out.
It's the McDonald's logo. Burger King.
You can see reference points in this video. I'm telling you. You can see reference points. I see trees. They have reference points. This thing takes off. It's no on the video. Yeah. Check that out.
Come on, get closer, man.
Real. It can't be no balloon. It's no balloon, man. It's no balloon. That is real. That's a real thing, dude. That is a real thing. Where the hell did it go? Gone, man. Gone.
Definitely a burger. But yeah, this was in 1995. So this was, I think, 6 years after Ed's. Well, actually, 3 years after.
But that guy said it was only recently released to the public. So with Ed, it only, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you want to see Ed's new photo and video? This was in 1995. He was on the beach because Moody brought it up earlier.
Your voice went all robotic then.
Oh, is it? I'm plugged into the internet. Should be.
You see, he's being taken over by the UFOs, the robotic voices he's hearing.
Good start, maybe paranoid. Oh well, what minute? There we go. Right, this is the latest. I think this is the latest video of Ed Walters. He moved away, no idea where he's gone, but he's on the beach somewhere, and he managed to take this video footage. We got this up with him. Oh yeah, got that. Yeah.
Oh, man. There it is. I got it now.
After spotting the illuminated craft near Redfish Point with a few other investigators, Hawkins drives his car as far as he can before being blocked by trees.
I can't drive, man, to get to zoom in here.
Hold on a minute. I got the wrong video there. Hold on. I got the wrong video. Sorry then. I've got so many tabs. Hold on. Where we are to? Where to? Ah, that's the one. Here we go.
Are you sure now? Are you positive? That was an old South Park joke.
UFO hotspot Gulf Breeze, Florida, 1993. This rare UFO video sequence was shot by alleged alien contactee Ed Walters. After panning the entire horizon, a small disc-shaped object appeared overhead, where just before there had been nothing. Then it suddenly disappeared. Could this be a true alien encounter, or the product of an elaborate hoax?
I know Ed's equipment, which is basically about the simplest type of equipment you could get. That rules out the technical capability to do something sophisticated.
No.
I don't believe it was a hoax.
Researcher Bob Exler found other supportive evidence in Walters' video by comparing sunlight angles, shadows of buildings, and the object's incredible acceleration.
Most remarkable videotape, one that I could not see any way that could be artificially manufactured.
While the merits of Walters' beach UFO video continue to be debated, one thing is clear. There is a person walking and a boat in the frame at the moment the UFO disappears, making it difficult to fabricate. And this is not the only UFO video that Walters, who has claimed physical sensations signal a UFO is nearby, has shown investigators to prove he's been a magnet for sightings. In 1987, Walters, who lived close to sensitive military bases, brought these startling photos to the town newspaper. Then he went public with this extraordinary nighttime UFO video showing the same bizarre craft. Top Walters case expert Bruce Maccabee remains baffled.
But it wasn't until I spent a considerable amount of time analyzing it that I realized just how impressive it was. The shape, the structure, and the way it moved is not a characteristic of any craft that human beings make.
Even these UFOs, attributed to a mysterious man named Martin Allen, might have actually been shot by Walters, who researchers say wanted out of the public spotlight. Watch this accelerating UFO, which in slow motion doesn't look like a missile or known craft. Nor does this, which moves like the one in Walters' beach video. Here's a similar one in a third clip. It shows the craft becoming a silver streak, zooming away. In addition, this UFO recorded over Gulf Breeze by a UFO investigator named Michael Hawkins, which has stunning similarities to what Walters had first photographed and videotaped in 1987, seems to have the same kind of otherworldly propulsion capabilities.
Yeah. Take that out.
So this guy was an investigator.
This thing is real. It can't be no balloon.
But why is this craft glowing when the others ain't?
It's no balloon, man. It's no balloon. That is real. That's a real thing, dude. That is the real thing. Where the hell did it go? Gone, man. Gone.
Hawkins was able to videotape the bizarre craft extremely close up and had it perfectly in frame just as it seems to vanish in the blink of an eye. Incredibly, experts say that all the daylight UFO videos which came from Walters, the person who called himself Martin Allen, and this nighttime Gulf Breeze UFO filmed by Hawkins display some of the best proof that extraterrestrial vehicles are flying in our skies.
We don't have this type of capability for propulsion technology in existence in human science.
There we go. So there are some extra UFO sightings.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's flying about. So I believe still to this day, Gulf Breeze is still a hotspot for UFOs, but I haven't really personally seen any good UFOs footage coming from Florida. I don't know. I haven't really.
What?
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything.
Hush your mouth.
I'm playing you, bro. This is a chance to plug your video, mate.
What video? I'm on about John Bell.
Florida. Oh, John Bell. Yeah, you got a good one for Florida.
Yeah, John Bell's catching. John Bell's catching. He's catching. I like to see. He's catching a lot of things. I personally like the big objects that he's catching, which he does get quite a few of those. But
sorry, is that in the? If I remember rightly, is that one in the stratosphere? What he's capturing?
No, they're flying right over. They're flying right over his property, man.
I've got to recheck this out because I was looking for your videos. I remember you did one in Florida, somewhere based in Florida, and yeah, that's quite interesting actually.
No, I mean like the guys out there with the equipment. We're gonna have him back on, man. We're gonna have him back on. Honestly, I'm gonna get him back on. I'm sure he'd love to, because I owe him a show, because he came on the 420 show, and I shouldn't have had him on. I feel really bad for it. You know, he said it was cool, but I felt I let him down because I just got stoned, because it's a 420 show.
Like you are now.
No, I'm not that. I'm not as. I mean, I think I was like this on the show, man, using my head to hold it. I was proper, man. So I felt really. I messaged him first thing in the morning. I messaged him. I said, "Brother, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have had you on the show. I just got, you know." And he said it was all right. He had a laugh and everything, but there's a lot. This John Bell is a very credible guy. Very credible guy.
Yeah, I'd love to speak to him. Yeah, bring him on sometime. We'll check through his footage and everything. But yeah, that is pretty much the Gulf Breeze sighting. It's an interesting case, filled with photographs for you to enjoy. But take it for what you will, man.
Wait now.
All right.
In you doing the research, where was the debunk? What was the debunk? Because some people have said these photos. We have to present the two sides of the coin on this. And I personally would like to know what the debunks were. What have I missed? This is how I grow.
Okay.
If I can't learn from my mistakes, I will learn from others. You got that?
Yeah, definitely. I understand where you're coming from, bro. Yeah, totally. Because when I do my analysis with the trails in the sky, I look at both sides of the story. I don't stick down one avenue. I have to look at both sides and make a judgment from that.
And just enjoy the vitamins, our daily dose.
I do take the vitamins. Yeah. Oh man, I don't think you know what. Okay, 2 seconds, mate. 2 seconds. But yeah, there was a debunk on it.
Are we watching a video?
No, this is an article, but it's got great photographs in here. Right, I've got it here.
Is it me or is he just frozen? You're frozen, man. You're like this.
Am I back? Am I back?
No.
Hold on.
He's frozen, guys. What do you reckon's happened to him? Come on, chat. Tell me. I don't know. What could have happened to him? It's like tuning to the next back time. Where is he? He's left me on my own. What's happened? Will he come back? Tune in, folks. Come on, I want to hear the debunks. We come in so long. What do you guys think so far into this? Should I let him back on? Should I, guys? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no.
I'm off to bed then. Is this fault? Am I back? I'm all good. Am I shooting for the airwaves? Yeah.
You saying anything? Are you muted? Nah, I'm messing with you.
I was going to swear then. I was going to say the F word and with you in it, but
There you go. We kept it PG-13.
I'm learning, bruv. I'm learning. All right, let's get this article up because there's some wicked photographs in here. Debunk photographs, I should say. Let's bring this up, which is that one. There we go. Got it hidden?
Let's see whose this is.
There we go. Right. So this is above top secret. I used to love this website. But this is what people has done, basically creating a fake. Okay. This is actually a fake photograph that someone had created based upon the Gulf Breeze sighting UFO. Oh, you'll have to do reading, bruv. I couldn't find a video on a debunk. I know the History Channel did that, but they're going to strike a channel if they do that.
What about thingy? What's his name? The guy who has the talking goldfish.
Oh, the Y-Files.
Yeah. Would he strike you if you show a clip of his?
I don't
How
know.
big is he? How big is he?
Yeah,
is he
he's
over
got-
a million?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't chance it.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
the only thing I've been reading about debunks is either it's a double exposure, because you think a Polaroid camera could only do one thing. Because you get the quality is an instant photograph, so to get that bang on right, especially the one that's in the road. I mean, to get the reflection, I think it was over here. Yeah, that one there. To get that bang on, exact right. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't find any videos of somebody actually replicating double exposure on a Polaroid camera. I haven't seen anything on YouTube, mate. Not saying that it can be possible, but it could be. But what do you think about it, mate?
I like it.
It's good.
I like it.
It is good.
I like it. I like it when you, as a whole, because I have seen one. I didn't know the story, but I think I have seen that picture before.
Yeah, we all have. Yeah, definitely, one way or another.
But that's always. But I didn't know it was a group of sightings that was happening. I just thought this was all happening to this one person.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think.
And then what's quite interesting is that footage now, because that was a UFO ufologist or whatever. He was an investigator. So surely he would know what to whip the camera out and run at.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds quite genuine when he's taking the video footage.
I mean, what more can you want?
Could you think how shaky the camera was? You know, this is 90s camcorders. You know, I've had tape recorders before, and it's terrible. So I understand why he stayed in one position.
It's not just that, but we want boots on the ground. When we get boots on the ground, we start. I mean, I think. You know what? I'm sticking my neck out on the line here, and I want to say legitimate. Legitimate, man.
You think it's legitimate?
I think it's a legitimate sighting. I think it is. I've liked everything about the picture except one.
Well, the one with the towel.
I think that's a t-shirt one, man. Trust me.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I don't know why nobody's done that before, innit? I mean, even just a meme. Damn you! damn you to hell!
But you would have to admit there are some photographs that he taken that do look a bit see-through. They look a bit too exposed, in my opinion, if you know what I mean.
Well, the thing is, when you look at the original, they are what you expect. Then when you look at the enhanced, you can see, but I don't know. I like him. I like it. I like those pictures. I like the evidence. And when you put it along that there were other sightings, I mean, that did look very similar to what he's photographed, what his pictures were from the videotape.
But you're going by the photographs and the videos. But if you read the book, his actual account that Ed and Francis wrote, it you go, okay, it sounds like a bit like a comic book story, mate. It really does. It kind of tarnishes the credibility a little bit. That's just my opinion through reading the book. It's just these stories is too. They got to sell it. It's a book for Christ's sake. I mean, they have to sell good stories. It's a bit like Lou Elizondo's book that's coming out. All these juicy little stories he's putting out there. You know, keep people on their toes and stuff like that. And it's the same with this book. You know, they can't just have boring stories. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, so in one context, I understand what you're saying, but by reading the book, I've got a completely different, opposite sort of different opinion on Ed because of it. Really.
Yeah, But then what about the other cases?
This is it. This is the other thing that makes me go, like, that's why I'm a conspiracy theorist. I go, but hold on a minute. But you got all these 30 witnesses. You had, the video footage.
Military.
Military as well, so you've got to take that in consideration. But like I said, is Ed at the time when he says, okay, UFOs is quite a big buzz. I mean, people are getting enjoyment out of it, whether or not they see UFOs or not. Am I going to ride it for what it's worth to probably put a book out or something like that? I don't say that was his main agenda, to ride the ufology for what it's worth. Or was he just sort of tipping his toes in and says, oh, let's put some photographs in the mainstream media and see what happens? I said, oh, people getting traction here. Let's just ride it for what it's worth. Because he didn't come out straight away. He look absolutely stoned.
No, I'm half Chinese. I'm telling you.
Oh, man, yeah. But you see my point of view. It can work both ways, man. But make your decision for what it's worth. It's an interesting case, though. It's an interesting case, nevertheless. And some of the best photographs in ufology. As a person that goes back, I've really enjoyed like old cases going back to the 40s, 50s, especially old photographs. Typical example, load of photographs here from back in the day. UFO Photographs Volume 1. Graham Randall, but yeah, some great cases in there. It's good stuff. But again, fantastic photographs, but not really credible. But fun nevertheless.
There's a question. There's a question here for you, Nick.
Most of these objects resemble those of the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What do you think? Yeah, actually, Third Kind had more like Christmas lights around it, if I remember right. It was quite sparkly and glowy.
It was like if Billy Meyer and this guy met up and they had babies, then you would have Close Encounter. Because you remember some parts of the Close Encounter looked like the wedding cake.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You're just saying that to humor me. You don't.
Hold on a minute. I'm trying to miss it. Apparently, I'm speaking too loud, so I've got to be quiet. Hold on. Just message the missus. Quiet.
It's going to get slapped in the head. Not that we're promoting violence.
Enough of that going around, mate. But yeah, I mean, you think the guy's credible? You think Ed Walters has some sort of validity?
I'm saying I like the pictures. Again, I don't know much of the man. You're reading a book, but it's his story. It's not his autobiography. But if this guy, you know what I mean, he's got something, and then like that other investigator, man, them two objects look similar.
Yeah. And the following videos afterwards is definitely.
And then you got there would seem to be whatever it is. There would seem to be some sort of activity. But what was interesting, what those guys claimed that they went missing for, is that they stole microchips and files or evidence of some sort of UFO cover up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can believe some sort of alphabet organization was talking to these guys, or at least these guys' moms and pops, because they were young. I believe when I saw were they 23.
Yeah, they're 20.
So, so that's what I'm trying to say. Something's credible about this. Could this guy be a stooge that was able to go? But I just don't know. It's the videotape. It's the videotape. Just remember the other one with the thing over where you said you seen planes, but I'm not saying you said that called it planes, but look at that as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Something was going on.
Definitely. I mean, I'll be interested to do a follow-up to see if there's any more video footage in the past 10 years. Because if it's a UFO hotspot, there's got to be something. And that's something I should have really researched before I came onto the show.
No, it don't matter about research. That's something that we've done now. Because you just presented all other cases because you said, so you did kind of do your research, didn't you? because you had it lined up to show us that there were other sightings. Just don't be too hard on yourself, brother. You done it right.
Oh, cheers.
You done it right.
Thank you.
See, I'm not that stuff. What do you guys think, man? We've got some people. What do you guys think? One for one. I don't know how do you call it, because it's hard. Do you think this guy jumped on the bandwagon, or is he telling some story here?
Like I said, it almost sounds like it's a bit too far fetched. You know, if you look at how UFO stories has gone throughout the decades, it's been the same thing. You know, you've seen UFO, you've been abducted, and you had experiments and all that sort of stuff. So it's sort of riding the wave. It's just a common theme you see through ufology. That's just my opinion. But again, I'm probably just a bit too skeptical. I should probably put my tinfoil hat on and go, should be a bit more open-minded. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, are we at the end now?
I think we're at the end, buddy. I think we're there, bro. Yeah. My gut say fake. Yeah. Tasmanos. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know. All I can say, like I said, I explained myself on that one. But I think something did go down.
Sure, definitely, yeah. It's in there in the mix of ufology. It's not. People will always go back to this case and probably find new details. I'll be interested to see what MUFON has come forward.
That's also credibility into this guy, because he used the Polaroid camera. No negatives, man. So credit to this guy if he did this accidentally or on purpose. But credit to him.
Yeah, definitely, man. Absolutely.
Remember, if you want a Bigfoot sighting, use a Polaroid. I'm gonna have to turn on my light, man.
Moody. Dear.
Oh, there it is. All right. So what you got coming up? You got anything going down on your Rumble?
Right. So if you pay attention to my Rumble and also my Cosmic Twilight YouTube channel, I will be uploading a 7-part video on what's going on up there. I'll be presenting. I've got loads of books here dating back through 1910 to 40s, 50s, 60s, hundreds more books on cloud formations. So I've got 100 years worth of cloud formations, and I'm just going to go through presenting how many trails have been going on for the past decades. Because people say that clouds these days are man-made, especially at the HARP clouds. I don't know if you've ever seen that hidden, the HARP clouds with the ripple clouds in the sky. Well, it was all in my books here, and I described that in these episodes I'm going to be putting up. So yeah, if you stay tuned for that, I'll be uploading that very, very soon within the week. So yeah, check me out on Rumble, on Investigate with Nick, where is my most active channel, and
links in the description box.
Links in the description, yeah, and follow me on Cosmic Twilight as well. But yeah, thanks to everyone in chat. I appreciate every single one of you. Honestly, I'm really enjoying these live streams. And yeah, plenty more to come. I have no idea what we're going to do next time. Probably Montauk projects. We'll see. We'll have a think. Nick, could you upload the pictures from your books? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put them up on my YouTube. I'll put them up on my YouTube community page. So if you subscribe to the Cosmic Twilight on YouTube, I'll do that for you tomorrow, mods. All right, I'll do that for you. Yeah, and thanks for everyone in chat. I appreciate it.
Okay, I think I need to be doing some stuff. Do you need to go, Nick? If you need to get off, that's cool. If you can stay,
that's cool. That's cool.
All right.
Carry on.
I need to be doing some stuff. All right. So, guys, I'm not going to get into showing you the video, so I'm just going to talk about it. The Cube video filmed over Prague. Did you guys see that? Did you see that video, Nick?
I did indeed. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now it's not a UFO anymore. It's an IFO. You know what an IFO stands for?
Identified flying object.
Yep. So it's been identified. Still don't know what it is because one person says it's a tent, another person says it's a balloon. It's more leaning to the balloon, but it basically comes from this circus in the town where this kid was. So it's what this perfectly square Borg simulate. But you know what I love? You know what I love, Nick, about the guys who watch my videos? And they get it. And I think they're getting me because have you seen the guys who commented, have you seen all the fun that they had in there?
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Thank you. So, but yeah, that's what it was. The circus posted, basically how we can confirm it is the circus posted footage, and in their footage, they had this square whatever. I want to say balloon.
Most probably, yeah.
I don't think it's a tent. Somebody said it was a tent.
No, if it was a tent, it would be very distinctive. It would be
sorry,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. That's where we're at there. Do you want to have a look at what's been going on the week, on the last 2 weeks? Just a quick recap of what I've been posting, and then we'll call it a night. I think that's fine and dandy.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna have to get it up. Now I go to Facebook, yeah, because on Twitter, what's going on? On Twitter, yeah, you're limited to what you can write. So I can't put a lot in. Huh?
Unless you pay £8 for the blue tick mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not paying that. That's ridiculous.
I can see why he did it, because how much did it cost him to get it? But was it worth it? Well, he said he did it for free speech.
I guess so, but that can also get you bogged down in very deep rabbit holes, especially at the moment. That puts you in a state of panic, which is not good.
Do you remember where we were at? So I don't know where.
What are you talking about?
I think we're pretty much here. Yeah. Oh my God. See, this is the bit I hate.
Technology, eh?
Now I'm frightened I'm going to shut down a window that I ain't supposed to.
Do you want to get your videos up, mate?
I am. I'm getting them up. I got them.
Okay.
I got them. So this is the last 2 weeks, I think, but we'll take it from here anyways. It's coming. Don't worry. Is it there?
Yeah, it's there, buddy. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right. So this is okay. Let's see what I wrote. This is a forensic doctor. I can't pronounce that name at the moment, but he's Dr. John McDowell. Duella.
Yeah. Duella.
Go on. This is regarding the Naztec mummies. And like he held a press conference. Well, there was a press conference held, and he went on camera talking about them. And he's examined these things. And I thought this was interesting. So here, let's watch this. Well, here we go. You want to hear what he's got to say?
Yeah, go.
Oh, where the hell is everything? You know what? Nothing's working. Hey, screw what he had to say, man. Nah, but he basically saying these things. There's so much that ain't nothing. Is this gonna work? Now this is. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't. No.
This is the very smart rat. Now the guy's baiting the trap. Look what he grabs this stick. And he's got the cheese, man.
Yes. Oh, it's brilliant.
So as you can see, they have gained within the last 2 weeks. You got a very smart rat.
Very smart rat. Very intelligent.
This is the kind of stuff that goes on my YouTube, and when I'm not working, but I still find these things. Did you see the number?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Would it play directly from here if I click this?
Probably not, mate. No, you got
Well, that's on my shorts, but this number in it. Can you want to explain this? Have you seen it?
Do you want to bring it up?
Have you got it?
Oh no.
I'll tell you what. We'll come back to the number if you ain't seen it. Okay. I've been. No doubt you guys have seen this. Everyone's seen this. So let's keep going. Now this one. Did you see this one with the Olympic symbol? I just thought that was funny.
No.
It looks like Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Telling me they didn't model that on Mary J. Blige.
Definitely looks like it, doesn't it? Quite striking.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. Oh, this is a ghost. This is a alleged ghost picture. Okay, now let's see. This was taken in an attic room in Belgium. Okay, yeah. Now, when the picture was originally uploaded, let's see if we go in here. You couldn't really see anything. This is the original. But can you see?
I can see in the corner. Yeah.
And then here comes the enhancements. See it?
That's creepy. Look at that.
That's some really good pareidolia there, isn't it?
Tell me about it. Yeah.
You can make out like a nose and a jaw and everything.
Yeah. It's like Frankenstein, isn't
it? Hey. You have an attic room. There you go. Yeah. I'm not gonna bother zoom in, but there you go. That's my attempt at trying to get things. There you go, the floating P. There you have it. That's the original photo. All these fun things are on my Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. That's when I was on early in Addicts. Okay. This was found strange because the person that commented on this was saying like ice crystals found in the lower atmosphere in Texas on July.
Otherwise known as cirrostratus.
But then another picture came from another source. Seen the same thing.
Cool.
And yet another source, different person.
That's strange, isn't it? It's like a singular light source there in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went at a stretch and called it a portal. All right, now this was an interesting photo. This was taken. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that at all. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. This is out in Poland because this guy he's posting a lot of stuff coming out from Poland. So this is the original. See if I bring it up bigger because we can see the object already. Yeah, can you see it there?
Yeah.
And that's the second photo. So snapped one right after the other. Yeah.
Could be a bug. Could be a bug.
Okay. We're going with bug, are we? Yeah, let's zoom in on this. You want to say bug? Moth?
I don't know, man.
And this is from the screenshot from his phone. To say it's actually the picture is actually taken from his phone. So that's about as much evidence. What do you guys think?
Possibility. Could be a bug.
Or it could be a saucer.
Could be a saucer, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember that. That's incredible.
This was sighted over one of the islands of in Greece. Sorry. And the source came from Earthpics, who puts out some of these pictures. So here, what do you think? This looked really cool. Rainbow and lens flare, if you want to say, working together. But what do you think, man?
I've seen the original footage. The way it moves and morphs, it's.
So what? These are stills from a video.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I don't know if you've seen the original video. It actually comes into frame and moves. It's quite striking. It only happens for like 5 seconds.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, doesn't that seem to have like almost facial features or pareidolia again?
Pareidolia.
That
looks cool
good.
though.
That looks good. That looks good, man.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Do you guys like it? They're saying, come on, I'm off to bed now. Okay, we're not going to go on that one. Did you see this video?
No, mate. Oh,
This
no,
guy-
yeah, but the guy gets slammed into the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
What do you think?
I think it's fake, personally, because if a guy slammed it into the door that fast, he would instantly be dead.
Well, he was, according to the story, he was injured. He did have to go to hospital, man. But that's the story.
Because the people came out, didn't they? When they heard it, the next door neighbors came out. I don't know, man. With AI and everything, anything could be manipulated to a certain degree.
Yeah. But you can't blame
You know what I
AI
mean?
on everything.
I know, bruv, I know, but you need to understand where we're at now with AI.
I do understand.
It's scary.
I'm just trying to say that you can't push everything down as AI, though.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah. Fair enough.
I just don't know. I don't know because he did come out with some force. I mean, again, I can only take what the source is claiming. Did you see this one?
Oh, the lizard. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sure she's nice.
But this was alleged to have been taken at Windsor Castle, and they claim it is claimed to be Ma herself visiting her favorite place. And there it is. What do you think? Do you think it's blurred motion?
I can't see a handbag anywhere, so I think it's blurred motion.
See, I don't think it's blurred motion. Because I've seen blurred motion. Only thing I would say could be photoshopped.
It could be AI, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, slap the wrist. But
you were here to test me. And then here's it moving away. But it's like it's transparent.
Mate, that is shutter speed. This is what happens when you put a timer on a photograph. If you get someone walk past, you will get that effect like that. Yeah, I think that's a shutter speed thing.
I don't believe you.
All right.
We differ on that. What do you guys think? What they saying? I can't see the chat.
Someone says it looks like Prince Margaret.
I don't know. I like it. There it is. Right. So that was it. That's okay. Let's see what else has been going on. The angel on the power line. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that one too. Yeah.
Have you guys seen that one? I like that one. Do you?
It almost looks like the angel one, the previous angel one that you showed us screenshots. A bit like this.
Could you do me a big favor? Could you bring that up? I'd like to have a look at that, because I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's pretty good. I'll just scroll through.
This one here, yeah.
I'm coming back. I'll come back. Where we at? You can't add nothing, can you? Or can you?
Yeah, I got it. Here we go. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I found this pretty cool that this is like the last tribe of these people that heard the reindeers. Rain goats. I'll just create a new species over here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And there's a link. You can check them out, man. Pretty cool. And here's the cube, the Borgs. So there we go. I also posted. Now I did. The reason why I posted this is because you got all the data there to show it. Look, it hasn't been CGI'd or anything. Or basically CGI. Have you seen this one on Mars?
That's a fake photograph. That's clearly Photoshop, in my opinion.
See, I'm with you. I'm with you. But I have to say I am, because I couldn't source it.
It's too clean, mate. It's too clean. Look at it. Well, first of all, the atmosphere on Mars is actually blue, it's not orange. I guess in some sort of areas.
No, it's not going to be blue. Because of the atmosphere, what it's made from, it's more of a grayish color. It's definitely not red. It's definitely not red. We'll agree on that, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
See, the thing is,
Starship.
I couldn't.
2 years ago, yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's all I've got. I've got nothing else other than that. I'm not going to find it on that. So I was hoping, because this picture was doing the rounds, so I was hoping that somebody would post something up. But you see it there. Thought it was interesting, but what's the point in going on? Because we can't source it, and I'm wasting your time showing you something that may not be real. Because if it was real, you'd like to think that NASA would have seen it. I mean, Christ, they let a gopher in. They let a gopher through. You think they're gonna make? You think they're gonna make that same mistake again?
Yeah.
Okay, and as we were doing our segments on World War II UFOs, I saw this footage, and it reminded me of what we were talking about the Bell UFO.
Bell UFO, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
So thank you guys for talking about this video. It's been picked up by a couple of websites now. Okay, this was interesting. This was in the Philippines. We're nearly at the end because it's 2 days ago. But this was caught in the Philippines. Here we go. Our camera, Mr. Long Exposure. Explain this one.
That's brilliant.
See?
Yeah, go back. Let's have a look at that photo. So
let's zoom in on this. Now the guy called, this is as what it was reported on. It's not my words. I just copy and paste, man, because I'm out there looking for footage. But this was a photograph. It was the only one that was posted. I don't know if he had, but that was it. He called it a cylindrical anomaly. There you go. That's the best you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Now, what do you think, Mr. Long Exposure? Is that a long exposure of the sun? Could be.
No, I don't know what I don't know what to make out of it, mate. Is it a building? Is it? I love that cat. The person down there. Oh, it's brilliant. It's good though. It's good, but man, it's. I'm surprised that no one else has seen this. No one else has actually taken a photograph of this who's seen it at the same time. Everyone's got their phone cameras now these days, so
Well, this was captured in the Philippines, July the 20th, 2024. In the evening. 7:30. There you go.
But I don't know what to make out of it, mate. It's supposed to be like a building or something. I don't know.
See, at first, well, I'm not going to go into this one. People are laughing at me for it, but I like it. Now, the story is these two, they went to this haunted house. Well, it's known to be haunted. Oh God. There we go. Let's get back to what I'm doing. Okay. The place is the Benjamin Pump House in Utah. Okay, so I don't know if any other people in the chat, Nick, have you heard of this place before?
No, I've never heard of it, mate. No.
Okay, well, it's supposed to have some hauntings there. There are some documented cases of these hauntings. So I thought this was interesting. Now, basically, the statement goes, the figure in the back is what I suspected to be some kind of ghost. I only had two friends go into the house for the photo. This place was a hot spot to break into during high school, and my friends did it and wanted a photo. I stayed in the car. So basically, those are two friends that went up there, yeah,
Mm.
and had their picture taken from this building. But like, look at that. And here's the enhanced.
Creepy.
Those look like something's there with them.
Mark's comment.
But people giving me stick. What's that? What's that?
Mark's comment. That's my Uncle Bud. I forgot to invite to the party. Oh man, nevertheless, that's creepy, isn't it? That's oh yeah. All of them are creepy.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was good. Now people laughing, you know. I thought it was good, man. I thought it was good. All right, this is about this show, so you know if you follow this one, like Joe, the other. Oh man, if you did like that man did. All right, so this is what's been going on today. 8 hours ago. Now, what's been going on is a new batch of the UFO files has been released. Now, unfortunately, at the moment, they're in Portuguese. So, if you know Portuguese, please can read it. But the good news is, I put it out there anyways because I'm not trying to brag by any means, but I do put this out there because I know I have subscribers that watch my videos or on my channel that understand Portuguese and are interested in this topic, and they might not know this is what's happened. But what they've also promised is that they're going to have them translated to English.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good.
So, like I said there, when I get the links to the English files, because you know, let's see what they got to talk about too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we never even heard about the Brazilian side. I know they're quite active, especially like near Mexico and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, and this is the Air Force. This is why, you know, I don't know if you ever heard me say about the disclosure that it's happened.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I understand your point of view. Yeah, because it's kept. We haven't seen it, but the documents are there.
Is this not another part of disclosure that is happening right now?
No, there's no disclosure happening.
You don't think that's disclosure?
No.
They're opening up their files.
Yeah, but it's going to prove nothing. Absolutely nothing. It'll be a ball in the sky with no documents. Is fine, but I want video footage. I don't want a document to say, yeah, we found all this stuff, and I want to see photograph. I want to see evidence of that. You know, documents is one thing. It's just you just go and doing what Nick Pope is doing. It's just like, you know, it's just like, it's like, yeah, okay, nothing's going to happen. You know, disclosure's going to be happening soon. We said that last year.
Well, you got a little bit of things to wet your whistle over on the hidden underbelly. At least I'm giving you a bit more than they are. Yeah,
I understand.
Tell them about it.
But you get my drift. But yeah, carry on, man.
Okay, now this picture here, it's called the Arctic Dragon, and it won some competition that. Yeah, let's. Okay, so this is called the Arctic Dragon. It was taken by, I guess, a guy from Chile. I don't know why they hyphenated that. Yeah, but this was in Iceland.
That's amazing. Look at that.
So it was taken. It gives the specs on the cameras and the location. So
it's like an eagle, isn't it? What's it like an eagle?
I'm trying. There we go.
That's beautiful. Look at that. That's stunning.
It is.
Amazing.
It is. So I believe that was the last thing I posted. So guys, okay, let's get that. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I believe that's the last thing. Yeah, last thing. And so I go here because you got the thing. Oh, there we go. So, that's it. I'm back. Yay, I made it.
Yeah, we go. Lovely.
All right. Let's play the last thing because we're going too long, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go this long.
Cool. That's
okay.
All right, man. No worries.
I don't know why I'm showing you this angel. Did you guys see the angels?
The Phoenix Rising.
I don't know. Should we show this one to the real or fake files? And in this edition, we have a footage coming out of Texas that was captured on July the 25th, 2024 of this angel. So guys, let's take a look at this.
Right.
In this clip, we can clearly see this figure of what looks to be like an angel going across this parallel. I just think it looks so cool. Fake. Fake or not. Fake or not, I like it. Back to the real
it's still good. Yeah.
I like it. He's getting in trouble now. We got to end the show.
No, it's my cat, mate. It's my cat trying to get through the door. Sorry, mate.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. But no,
All
that
right.
I have to admit, it's intriguing if it is fake or real fake. But it's too good to be true, man. As soon as it got his wings, it just looked a bit too fake for me. My personal opinion.
No, I always thought it was fake. I'll tell you, I'll be straight with you. From my point of view, how we were housing that man, talking about his picture and everything. All right, no, I ain't even gonna go that way. Straight down the line. How I'm saying it's fake is because the only source of origin is TikTok, and that's not even the person. I can't. I would love to find the original source, but it's fake. But I like it. It's cool.
Fake. Yeah, it's cool. It's really good. It's very good. Could be AI, mate.
Could be. Could
Gotcha.
be real.
Right then.
Could be real. Could be ball lightning.
Yeah, could be. Could be powerful. Yeah, who knows?
What do you think? So thank you so much for your hard work tonight, man. We're gonna wrap it up now.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, thanks to everyone in chat. I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, it's been a blast. Thank you.
Oh, I do want to recommend a movie real quick before we go. Have you seen Deadpool Wolverine yet?
Yes. Me and Mr. saw it. Absolutely loved it. Definitely watch it. Go watch it, honestly.
I've seen it.
Yeah. It's
I've seen it.
But you need to know the Marvel universe to really get the gist of everything. Really. Yeah.
I got the gist of everything.
Yeah. No, it's good. But I was going to put a spoiler there, but no, we'll leave it. We'll leave it.
All right. Well, my film that I'm recommending now. Now, if you don't like to watch movies or read subtitles, then forget about this. But there's a very, very cool Indian movie out. It's called Kill, Kill. And telling you, this movie's off the chain, man. If you like your good action movies, martial arts, fighting, off the chain. The best description I can tell you, and I'm stealing somebody else's quote on this movie. This movie is Die Hard. Oh man, I forgot what the other one was. No, Die Hard and The Raid. Have you ever seen The Raid, Nick?
Oh, Raid, yeah, brilliant. Oh, that sounds like a good combination. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Trust me.
Sweet, I'll check it out, man.
Die Hard in the Raid, and I totally enjoyed it because it takes place on a train. It's called Kill, Kill. Movie, that's the movie. It takes place on a train. So even the write-up, when you look at it, it's a fighting close quarters. So it's proper off the chain.
Sweet,
Bone breaking,
yeah.
bone breaking movies for you. Check that one out. So that's it, man. We're gonna go, and we're gonna end you with a nightmare. I have to. I have to. So, you know what, man? Thank you, Nick. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Pleasure.
Really enjoyed. Really enjoyed it. So let me find. See, I'm not even prepared. I never am I? Right? How are we gonna end it? The nightmare. We're gonna give you the nightmare. So you ready?
Let's go for it.
All right. Good night. Until next time. Stay blessed and keep safe.
Take care, everyone. Good night.